You can't make good art if you don't take care of your health. Okay, wait. You can, but not for long. And you're gonna end up hating both yourself and the concept of art altogether. Just had an idea on what my focus for content creation should be. I just watched a YouTube short of this girl that thrifts clothes and then styles people and then prices her styling dependent on like whatever specific bundle you get. But yeah, she prices it by item. And that is so slay. I love thrifting and I love awesome outfits and creating awesome outfits. But those kinds of videos, like the creative stuff, it takes a lot out of me. A lot of times it fills me up, like energy wise and creative fulfillment wise, but making that as content and not as just something that I do to calm down after a long, hard day, it's gonna take a lot out of me that I don't have to give to the art form right now. And yeah, making content is an art. There is so much that goes into it. It's not just there you got your lazy influencers, but like a lot of influencers are really putting in work and hours and like real sweat and tears into their content, But my idea is that, it's been my idea kind of since before I even started the channel, like my final idea right before I started the channel. But it's really kind of centered. There's a third part that has been added with this thing that I just thought of. So I do want to do creative stuff like fashion, watercoloring, and not just fashion. Fashion is too broad, like making outfits based on things that I love, or styling people, or what this character would wear, or what I would style this character as, blah, 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 blah. But not only just like fashion in that way, but fashion and creating fashion, making pieces depending on whatever inspiration I have, and then also making art and making art that is not only just watercolor, but sculptures, mugs. I would also really love to do like design stages and stuff like that. But the thing is, I can't do any of those things right now because I don't have the energy to give to those things. I don't. I really, really don't. And the problem is, I really want to do those things. And when I see other people doing them, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should do that too. But then I forget how my mind is set up and how my joints are set up. They're not functioning normally, painlessly, or optimally right now. So I changed spaces. But what I was saying before was I want to do content creation at the beginning to focus on mental health and just like overall health, because I need to take care of my body and my mental health in order to be able to pour out from my body and from my mind all my creative ideas, And if I don't have anything to pour, there's nothing that will be poured. I don't know how I could say that in another way, but yeah, I need to be able to have that healthy mind, that healthy heart, that healthy spirit, that healthy relationship with the people around me and with God and all those things in order to sustainably create art. I'm not saying without these things I can't create art. I have, and I currently do, but sustainably and in a way that grows me and others, and not destroys me. This topic is illustrated in James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, on page 47. This idea of building your habits and having the fundamentals of your life figured out so that you can then have the mental space, emotional space, physical space to be creative is something that I agree with wholeheartedly, at least right now. And that's how I decide to read into this excerpt and to translate this into my everyday life. So, first, I want to focus more on building routines, building mindsets that help you get out of mental spirals, building thinking or thought maps that help you to do things that you don't want to do, but you absolutely need to do for your survival. But yeah, those are the kinds of things I want to kind of focus on more. And then as I stick with my routines for months on end and actually build a consistent sleep schedule using the tips and tricks that I see and read about to help me sleep with, chronic pain and mental health issues and just like a mind that runs 1,000 miles a minute and those things, then I can start actually maybe even putting art on my channel, or maybe I'll just start another art channel or something like that. But the end goal is going to be art. But the special thing that I had just thought about is, I'm gonna do health and then transition to art. And even if nobody F's with my art, it doesn't even matter. If nobody messes with my art, nobody likes it, or not enough people like it for me to retire from it or something, I don't really think it matters. As long as I have my necessities and I'm healthy mentally, I don't believe that I will depend so much on the love of others for my art as I do now. And I don't believe that I will attach myself so closely to the reactions of my art and take it as a criticism. When somebody criticizes my art, take it as a criticism of my being, of my soul. I don't think with a healthy mind I will attach myself so closely to my art, attach my self-worth and just my entire person to the art as much. Art will, I believe, become more of a tool of self-expression and not something that I make in order to not be lonely. That went deep. Anyways, let's go a little bit more superficial. But yeah, if nobody messes with my art, I don't think I will care the healthier I get mentally and physically, because I will have things outside of that. Art will not be the only thing that is not school or whatever other boring things that are in my life that I don't want to do but I have to do. And I'm not saying school is boring. I do enjoy the art of studying and stuff, but being in classes for long is boring. That's boring. But yeah, doing that and also having that attitude of, okay, you don't like my art, that's fine. I'm not even really creating it for you specifically, creating it for myself first, and then also I'm releasing it in order to help people, in order to put something out there that people can relate to or attach their feelings to in order to process them better, kind of like a mirror, like you're looking at your emotions and what it looks like from an outside perspective. I would love to make art like that, and I would also love to make art out of the things that I'm inspired by, things that I just think are really freaking cool, and just make it, But before I can get to that, I need to heal mentally. I'm not saying heal completely, because that will be a forever struggle on this earth to just heal. You never completely heal. I think you just continue to grow and heal. Yeah, you never completely grow. You just continue to grow. And that attitude as well, I believe, the not really nonchalant, but the okay, I'm not attaching myself to this, will allow me to be more free and to be more authentic, which, even though I'm not really thinking of a success from a success point of view this specific time. At other times I will, but even though I'm not thinking about, oh, people will love my art and it'll be successful, blah 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 blah, that kind of mindset, the mindset that I'm talking of, not attaching myself to my art and not really caring if it's received well or not, it will make me give me more space in order to be more authentic, and more of an explorer with my art, which I think people are going to really resonate with, which will then give it a higher chance, the art that is, give it a higher chance for success and for reach. And if it doesn't reach a lot of people, it will resonate so much with the small amount of people that it reaches that the success will be like it reached a lot of people. Kind of like underground music that is really good, and the artist has success from it, even though they only have a small amount or small percentage of what a mainstream artist would have as their fans or as appreciators of what they make. Like, take John Bellion, for example. He's not really mainstream with his songs, his albums. Yeah, he's a little more mainstream with his songwriting, definitely. But with his own music and his own songs, he's not quite mainstream. And he's out here talking about buying houses and paying for vacations for his I don't know if he said, yeah, I think he was talking about a condo in a song once. Anyways, he's out here talking about paying for vacations for his family and being in the mountains, experiencing sunsets in the mountains. And that's really all this is honestly for, to help others so that life doesn't feel like a bore or meaningless, but then also to help myself. Others meaning my family first, but then other people who can resonate with the things I make, and then myself as well, giving myself space to heal. Because where I am right now, grinding for money, I don't have space to heal. I don't have space to explore my art. I don't have space to process certain traumas that I've gone through. But with success that usually comes with monetary gain, I will then be able to buy a house away from the abusive people in my life. I will be able to have FU money, to the people who have been, continue to be, and will be horrible to me. I will have the money to afford healthcare in order to work on decreasing or eliminating this chronic pain and other mental health issues as well. But I can't get there if I'm not helping people truly. But I don't know what tangent this went into, but yeah, health then art. Cause that one James Clear quote is still important. Yeah. And also Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I believe, I do believe in that. Yeah. I believe he's got a point. Yeah. You can't really worry about healing. You can't really worry about, oh, I need to develop this skill. If you don't have a roof over your head, you can't worry about, oh, does he like me? If you don't have food in your belly and you're hungry and your stomach is feels like it's eating itself. No, there's certain things that you have to take care of first before you try to sustainably pursue something. Because a lot of things that we pursue, we want to have it for a long time. We want to be doing it for a long time. Nobody really pursues, nobody healthy, I guess, really pursues a thing, at least mostly, pursues a thing to only do it for a short time. Nobody does a lot of hard work to have something for a short time. Sometimes, a lot of times, let's say a lot of times, people don't usually do that unless they've got like a maleficent, is that the word here? Malevolent? One of the mal words. Unless they've got evil intentions or impure, is it impure or unpure? Anyways, unpure intentions. And I do want to be creative because that's what I'm supposed to be, a creative, and not just on a specific medium, but in a lot of mediums. And I believe that I can show God through that, through my art, the beauty of God. I believe I can show that through my art once I start focusing on it and upping my skills. But yeah, and it's good to start with something more concrete, like morning routines, and then move on to more abstract things like how you get inspiration for your art. Yeah. Thank you for listening to this video. Bye.